Goal setting during the strategic planning process. One of the most difficult pieces of the strategic plan is, or one of the most difficult components is the goal setting process. Organizations often say, the goals are too broad, or they're too ambitious, or maybe they aren't ambitious enough. So how do you find that sweet spot right in the middle? We recommend here at Funding for Good that you approach goals in two different ways. One is more broad. It's the first way because it's easier to kind of get those big ideas out there and say, wait a second, what's the vision? So we look at those visionary goals, those broad goals as the starting point. We won't leave it there because we do know that our goals need to be SMART, and we'll talk about that SMART criteria here in a second, but we want a direction to be heading. So for example, if we speak to our organization team members or we're in the retreat and we ask what that future is going to look like in 3 to 5 years if we're successful, you might get responses such as thriving programs, diverse leadership, wonderful community engagement. And those are all things that are important to the participants in the room, right? But then once we've gotten those ideas on the board, we have to say, which ones are common? Which ones have things in common? And just go ahead and narrow the things down on the board to those things that represent that broad vision. What will the future look like in 3 to 5 years, or whatever the time period of our plan is, if we keep moving in this direction? So those broad visionary goals. Then we ask a very important question. How will we know we were successful? So if we said thriving programs, how will we know we were successful? If we said diverse engagement or diverse leadership, what does that look like? What does success look like? So from that point, we take those broad goals and we really drill in and say, what does success look like? What are those success indicators? And that's where we craft those SMART goals. If we said we wanted stronger social media presence as a broad goal, then it might be increase social media presence or engagement or number of likes by X percentage before X date, right? So we want to make sure that we convert those success indicators into SMART goals. SMART is the acronym, as many of you know, for specific, measurable, action-driven. Some people say attainable. We like action-driven, realistic, relevant, and timely. So as long as you have those broad visionary goals and then following SMART goals, you'll be in great shape for your strategic planning process.